Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this morning. Got a big show lined up. But first, as always, let's take a look at our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and his hard-working crew, taking care of everyday comfort needs. And today, how about a 73 high and a 64 low? That's pretty comfortable, huh? But it's going to be blowing. We'll get to that in a minute. Water temperature at the end of the pier, the last 2 days, has jumped up 2 degrees. 63 degrees this morning at the end of the pier. All right, I'm going to start getting excited about some pier fishing. The river reeds brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. Take a look at the Apalachicola at Bluntstown, right at 11 foot. It's sort of leveling off a little bit now for the next couple of days. The Choctaw at Caraville has definitely leveled off, right at a 6.3 and pretty steady. It's been steady a couple of days, it's going to be steady and drop a little bit, but rivers getting they're not quite the term getting right. They're not getting right yet, but they're getting there to get right. Okay, the tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. The tide was neap tide. Next couple of days, in fact, I looked on into the Friday and Saturday tide. We've got a little bit of a tide coming in Friday and a decent one on Saturday, so we'll have to suffer through these next couple of days as far as tidal flow. But I had to double check this on the wind direction. The doggone wind's going to be coming in here from the south. What they're telling me about 18. That's pretty strong. So we'll see what's going to happen on that. But be aware of it if you're out there on an open body of water. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. First thing I want to mention, I didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday because of the video, but just saw last part of last week. I was watching TV, and they would come on there talking about they're going to start the Panama City Beach folks are going to start charging to park to fish at the pier. Now, folks, you can imagine how that. I said what, and I had to watch the news again to make sure that was what they're saying. Charging to park, like $6 to go park there to go fishing. They charge you to fish on the pier, which I don't, I'm okay with that because, you had to pay for the pier. But the parking, okay, so the fisherman, he's got to pay, first of all, he's got to pay, go out there, he's got all the equipment and everything, and then park, and then pay to park, and then turn around and pay to get on the pier. And you know who that hurts? They don't hurt the rich guys, they don't hurt the people that, it's in between everyday sportsmen like me and you. That it shouldn't, it shouldn't happen. I don't know how you folks feel about it, other folks feel about it. I have yet to find anybody in favor of it. That's government overreaching, what they're, charging the Florida sportsmen, the local sportsmen and out-of-town sportsmen. And that's why I say we have to be politically active. On things like this, we've got to jump on it. We do. Let's go to the nicer. Let's talk about something more fun, okay? We'll keep you posted on it. How about the rodeo coming up this weekend? The Shriners Rodeo, I mentioned this the other day, be up there in Youngstown at the ballpark up there, right off Highway 20. And look at all the things they're going to be doing. And the big thing, all this money goes into the Shriner Fund, and it's amazing at the help they do for so many people, so many young people. And you've seen the Shriners hospitals and all the things they're doing. I thank you, all you folks doing that for the Shriners. If you can, support it and enjoy it. Got this text here. Hey Winston, I don't know if you saw it or not, but we sank this vessel on January the 30th, about 25 miles southwest of the pass in 129 feet of water. The ship was 130 feet long. It's good for fishing and diving. Bill Dozier sent this to me. I saw Bill the other day, and that is going to be a great fishing reef. I'm so glad Bay County is really starting to do some of this, and Bill Dozier was behind it a lot. I'm going to get him coming on the show probably the first part of next week. I saw him the other night, and we talked about it, so looking forward to having him. How about, I love this, this Philip Hayes, catching possums, Coach. Congratulations on the building, sir. And I don't know how, we've had experience with the possums too, and they're a nuisance, so you want to try to move them somewhere else. So anyway, thank you there, Philip Hayes. Okay, I ran across this. Nobody sent it to me. I just ran across it. Just thought you might want to, if you're in that area, wild game supper at the West Pittman Baptist Church in Westfield. Don't know where that. I haven't been there, but I'm sure it's going to be a good gathering. They have vendors, family fun, all ages. Guest speaker Chris McDaniel. He was in the country band Confederate Railroad. So that looks like fun activity. So anyway, that's Saturday, March the 9th. Okay, I'll keep everybody posted. Remember fishing report last week? I talked about the squid are coming in. It's on the Panama City fishing page. Clay White, he got some. Look at there. He did real well. And you're talking about great bait. You got, all right, put them in a bag, freeze them up, and you have bait all summer long. That's really, squid is when you go offshore fishing, that's the #1 bait. Chris Carroll, back there in February, well last week, the Choctawhatchee River, he and Cody Carroll, they're good fishermen, but did they not have a good day of fishing? I mean, they really did. So, and then J.B. Hillard posted the next day, he said, nothing like Chris Carroll, but man, it's 10 small eater catfish. Water temperature 55 to 57, not a soul at the upriver landing we used. We were the only boat there at 8:15. That's something. The water was a little bit high. One came later, was pulling out at noon. They did not do well. Stopped by Commanders on the way home. 7 rigs parked in the area down by the ramps of folks were on the river. Weather looking good for next week, which is now. So that's good. One more announcement, all this stuff going on. This is going to be good. I mentioned this one time, but I have been invited. I plan on going to this, the 14th Annual Sportsman Banquet, the St. Joe Lions Club. Again, a group of folks doing a lot of good things for the fellow man. It's a community service. So anyway, it's going to be March the 14th. That's a Thursday. And there it is right there. And there's going to be all kind of guns and all kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. And they're going to have it at the Point South Marina. I guess they're in a boathouse there. That's interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be okay. I went down to Weewall Wiggler Bait and Tackle Saturday. They were having that benefit fish fry for one of the locals who's fighting cancer. And I just admire them for doing that. Pulled up in the parking lot, frying the fish up there. I mean, everybody having a good time. A lot of those folks watched the show, and they were really looking forward to. They were asking me about the open house and all, and I was going to tell them about that. But anyway, good job. And inside, some of y'all text me and want to know about T-shirts. Right now, they're the exclusive dealer for Panhandle Outdoor T-shirts, along with the Weewall Wiggler T-shirts. But it's right there. You can go in there right as you off the Weewall Highway, just to the right as you're getting into town. So they're right there. This is interesting. We're talking about ruby-throated hummingbird, the migration map. Okay, look at the yellow. Right now, the yellow in this area in the southeast, that's March the 1st through the 15th. Okay, and then the green, they're going north. It's a reverse migration. Remember, they're going north March the 15th, and then April is blue. And then it gets a red up there in red. They're up there in May. Isn't it amazing how they're flying up there like that? So that's a good little chart. I was looking in the lower right-hand corner. That's put out by Mississippi State University when we're studying that. So anyway, just some interesting stuff on all kinds of things right there covering outdoors. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I have some pictures set up. I want to share with you last Friday at the Outdoor Education ribbon cutting ceremony and a fish fry. It was just a remarkable, memorable day. It was just I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I do want to share with you because so many of y'all have asked about it. It's a one-of-a-kind building, and each week I go by and show the construction and all that. It's been very special to me, and this is the 30th year of Outdoor Ed, and anyway, some of the crowd, it was just a wonderful crowd. The history of that program, I started in '93 because, the kids were not doing many things in the outdoors. And I went to the principal, he said, go for it. And so I couldn't talk any kids to take the first class. I only got like 12 boys that took the first class. I called them a dirty dozen, and because we got our hands dirty, we did all kinds of stuff and sort of molded the program. And we had machetes, we cut nature trails and all that. But anyway, a couple of those kids were there from the '93 class. And then the first girl that took the class, she came 94, but it was just really remarkable. And some kids made fun of it. Oh, look at that class, that's Redneck 101. But we just kept on going before we knew it. We had, out of a senior class of 500, we had about 80% of the seniors take it. And it was just, it's been a blessing in my life. And for this to come to fruition on this building is just something special. So I got a lot of pictures, and I want to share with you. Talking about sharing good things. Here we go. Let's start. So many different things. This family here. This on the left there. Dylan Brown was our quarterback in 2014, 15, and then Harris Marshall and Erica Marshall and their little baby. They all had me in outdoor with. Okay, so here we go. This is Chase Smith, Dr. Chase Smith, and his mom. Chase was our quarterback in 2011, got his PhD. Remember, he came on the show teaching at the college level, got a PhD in the outdoor field. That's T.C. Shan, way back there in the back drinking the water. Let's see. My good friends Carl and Daryl and Andrews, they came up, they were on the back porch. There's Bill Dozier in the background. My good, dear friends, my scalloping friends. Here's on the left, Shelby, Lewis Pugh, and then on the right there, y'all recognize Ariel Payne. Okay, good, sweet girls, outgoing girls. Here's my pastor, when Craig Connor came over. I don't know who took the picture. I told Gail, I said, I'm trying to explain to him, no pastor, we can't do a church service in this building. But all three of my pastors showed up. It made me feel real good. In the background there is Gail's cousins and Gail's two sisters on the left. You can see it's like a family thing. The TV station showed up. They did a great job covering it. Folks, we had a bunch of folks there. The Mayor Lynn Haven back there. There's Mason on the right. Let's see. And sitting down here, these girls had outdoor ed and Linda Lee Lawrence. Oh man. Justin Lee came. I had Justin say a few words. It's so good to have Justin there, outdoor alumni. Here we go here. Jessica Nicole Wilson, Jaden Wilson, they were just they're really good outdoor people and good people. There's Ken in the far right. There's Ken and Paramore wearing a Panhandle outdoor shirt. Jaden, so good to have y'all out there. This group here, just a bunch of alumni. It was just on the far left, Keelan Alsabrook. He's an FWC officer. He was there in uniform, and so we had several there. This is my family in the front of the classroom. I told them y'all usually sit in the back of the classroom, but I'm glad y'all there. Walter on the left, Wendy, Mason in the back, Gail, me. There's Ashley, Whitney, Mackenzie, and there's, let's see, Maddie and Jill and Chip in the background. It was wonderful having a family there. I got to say a few words. They did a really good job decorating the room, and okay, so we'll move on. Let's see. Here, these two girls had my class. They were sweet girls, and now they're moms. Look at all the kids they have. It was so cool to have them. Morgan Rudd on the left and Cinda Beavis on the right. That's their maiden name. The married name I don't recall. Bill Dozier came, had some good folks. Johnny Conrad on the right. Okay, I just showed that picture. Okay, here's the one. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this picture right here. I showed. They're holding the baby up. Now, this duck, and it's in the background here, Harris Marshall mounted that duck for his project, and that's their little baby. That's why they're holding the baby up to the duck. And they said they can't wait for their baby to take outdoor ed. And Mosley, I'm talking there, Steve Moss in the background, TV station interview. And here's a ribbon cutting, after we cut the ribbons. And it was a cool deal. A lot of folks were there. My heart was warm. And we just finished cutting it right there, so it was good to have everyone there. And there's my two kids, just like it seemed like we were just camping when they were just walking around a few years ago. Yeah. All right, Pam Roper, her distinction in Mosley Outdoor Ed. She's the very first girl to take outdoor education in the class of 1994. First girl ever in the history of Mosley, and she was sweet enough to come up there. It was really special. Sarah Kirkland, Stan's daughter, exactly 9 months ago, I was 2 days away from having my baby. And then she came, talked about, they attended the ribbon cutting ceremony. She's had really nice words about me, but she can't wait for her son, 18 years, to be in that class. And there she is there back at the ribbon. I had the same outfit on, back at the ribbon cutting, and then with her baby. So that's cool. Got a lot of family atmosphere about this. Shay Smith talking to the class. Talking to him. He's just brilliant. Loves the outdoors and loves the family. We've got 2 kids now. Let's see. Justin Leake talking to the crowd. There's my friend on Jerry and Faye Register. They're loyal viewers. Jerry's on the school board with me. There's Sandy Harrison in the middle. My former principal, Gail, and Mitzi Prater there. They were before we got started. Chip and my nephew Matthew, first cousins there. There's Keelan Alsabrook with a bunch of the young people there. Travis Bastard was there. This is special. Good morning, Coach Chester. I always say good morning to my students, and that on the right picture is Mark McLean. He's an engineer now on the University of Florida. On the left is Justin Russell. Rusty Russell's on Crime Stoppers come on the show. And Justin, folks, he's a principal at elementary school in Gainesville, has been for a long time. He took off, he skipped school and came up to be at this function. It meant the world to me. Those were 2 best friends out of high school, and that was just special seeing Justin, especially him being able to miss school. I asked him if he had permission. I finally got to eat some, the fish fry was great, thanks to Tarpon Doc. We got to eat on the back porch, which was our Gail's sister and our cousins and all came down from Dothan. There's the building right there. Beautiful, beautiful building. They did an amazing job with it. There's me posing with it right there. And then we came home that night and we had some. I built a fire in the backyard. Had some s'mores. Had the kids and had family get together right there. Everybody got together. Let me see. And then this is the next morning. Okay, and of the fire and I'll tell you what I did on that. The next morning I got up and everybody left and going back to Oxford and Tupelo and Alabama and all those places and I took that picture in the backyard of those chairs and I texted everybody individually. I said, this morning these chairs are empty, but our hearts are full. And I think that sort of summed up that, what a wonderful day. And I was very blessed to have that day and see so many alumni come, so many all family and all be there. So it's just once in a lifetime. And I want to share with you because a lot of y'all have asked about it. You heard the phrase, a lot of times you hear the phrase, dreams come true, and a lot of times that phrase is overused. This was a dream come true. And for it to happen in 30 years like this, it's very blessed. Let's take a break, we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at the fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. Our time, 12:49 to 2:49 this morning, and then 1:08 to 3:08 p.m. I left out one picture, as always, you can't get them all in. I said, there's one picture missing. I want to show you this one picture here. Okay, this is the architect that designed. This is Mike Higdon, okay? And he was in the Moser class of 1980. And what's special about it, we got to meet with him, got to sit down with him. He said, tell us what, your dream classroom for outdoor ed. So we wrote down we had some young students there too that had, like Matt and them that had the class, and Justin and Mandy Miller, and we all just say, this is what was cool. And one of the first things I said we needed was a big back porch for the fish fries. Well, that back porch is huge. I think you've seen it in the pictures, but thank you, Mike Higdon, for all that the drawing you did, and DAG Architects there. Okay, so and I want to get to FWC, move along real quick. We'll talk about, they had the meeting last week, and some interesting things come from it at the end of the meeting I didn't get to cover, so I'm going to just give you some quick notes. One thing, talk about the Alligator Harvest, basically, and again, go online and get the details. The application period right here in the middle is going to be from May 3rd to June the 3rd, and they're allowing more access. You can go to more places, basically what they're saying, and the August the 15th through December 31st. So that's the gator hunt rule change, and then let's see. Another one here. Well, let me see. I'll go back, Jeff. I've got several FWC things that we're talking about, and I got excited about all these other notes. Okay. There it is right here. We got it right here. This is going to be important because this is coming up right here. And when I see this word Theologia, my ears perk up because Theologia Creek Wildlife Management Area, the Theologia Creek is the creek that my dad, when he was a little boy, he started fishing on. And the last fishing trip we ever took him was on Theologia Creek. And that was our home creek, and it always will be. So very special to me. So what they're doing, they're setting a 10-year management plan and get a chance to actually plan the future of it. But anyway, the meeting is going to be in Bristol. It's going to be Tuesday, March the 5th, folks. That's next Tuesday, and it's a public hearing. It's going to be there at the Veterans Center there, and it's 12,000 acres in Liberty County, a lot of pines and all, and it's just really cool area. And I'm so glad the state now owns that, and we can have a 12,000 acres is cool. So anyway, if you want to, anyway, go to that meeting and get some input to it, okay? And let's see what else. They had a couple of other things. They had a rule change for alligator. Okay, we'll cover alligators. Okay, right here. Okay, the FWC. This guy's having trouble getting hold of FWC. We'll talk about that later. Just keep calling. I don't know what. Sometimes you have them get a hold of them. Sometimes you can't. Quick message right here. March the 1st. Again, this is this weekend. They didn't send it to me. I just ran across it. The 3rd annual Florida Blood Tracking Seminar. It's going to be at the Lily Pad Ranch. The Lily Pad Ranch in, let me pull it up, Camelton. Okay, Lily Pad Ranch at Camelton. Okay, so anyway, the 3rd annual, so you can check that out. Okay, real quick. Okay, Bill Roxby, he's a bear guy from Santa Rosa, but look at what he also does. Bill Roxby, hello, Coach. Truly enjoyed episode Friday about hog hunting. February, March is my favorite time of year to get out and hunt the lease looking for big hogs. The boars seem to be on the move, looking at established groups. I took him 5 minutes before sunup in Alabama. So we went back and forth, said, that's awesome, Bill. That's a fine one. And he said, I appreciate it again for your show, and you're right about the hog hunting. And then I asked him where it was. That's in Laverne, Alabama. But look at the size of that hog. Wow, they can do a lot of damage to the crops. And look at it, he's big as that four-wheeler there. That was last year's hog. And good point here. I'd much rather hunt big boars than deer at this stage of my life. Hogs are much smarter than deer. I said, holy cow, that's a big one. And and yes, those big hogs are very smart. And he said, I still want to be known as a bear guy in Santa Rosa, so we still want to let him know. And he just turned 69, happy birthday. And some days you're the bug, and some days you're the windshield. A lot of truth in that. Thank you, Bill Roxby, for sharing that with us. And I just had some bear pictures for my property last week, so you may be getting back in business pretty soon with your camera. But anyway, hog hunting is really good this time of year. I mentioned it last week. The February and March are probably the 2 best months to get out there and do it. Got to wrap it up. We had a lot of stuff today. I think I covered most of it. Well, a couple of things. I didn't cover where Snug Harbor was. We'll do that tomorrow. Y'all do something good for someone else today. Enjoy our beautiful outdoors, and let's take care of our outdoors. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.